Hello. Have you heard of the Morse code? It's a way of sending messages by either sound or by light. And it's really well known for being a way to send the international distress signal, SOS. If you see the code written down, it's a combination of dots and dashes, and every letter has its own combination. So S is written as 3 dots and O is 3 dashes. So you can either send this by light or by sound. I'd wanted to do it with my torch, but unfortunately I find it's not really showing up very well on the video. So I'm sitting at my piano and I'm going to do it by sound. So this is me saying, help. And if I really was in trouble, I'd keep sending that. If I was on a mountain, I might have a whistle with me and I'd keep blowing it, or I might have a torch and I'd keep flashing it. But we can do some other words as well. I can say hi to you by H is 4 dots and I is 2 dots. So hi sounds like this. And you could come back with a OK. O is 3 dashes. K is dash dot dash. So OK sounds like this. So I've got another one for you now. This is a phrase, and I'm going to leave the end of it as a puzzle for you to work out. So the first letter we're going to do is G, which is dash dash dot. Then we're going to do O. And then D, dash dot dot. So that was God. This one now is. So this last word, see if you can work it out. Do you think you can work that out? It's a really good phrase to remember. It's an amazing promise that message leaves you. Do try it out. Print off an alphabet from the internet of the Morse code letters and practice sending messages to your friends and family. Bye.
Hello everyone, it's lovely to be with you again. Shame we can't meet in person, but hopefully next year we will. Today we're going to be thinking about light. I've got a rather pretty light here, which I hoped we'd be able to make. I think we'll have to save this one for next year because you won't have all these fancy bits at home. So we're going to make a simpler version, which will look like this, and we'll still have a tea light inside at the end. There are various things you're going to need. I'll hold this list up as I work through them. Hope you can see that. First of all, you need a piece of card that's 29 centimetres by 8 centimetres. A little piece of card, 5 centimetres by 6 centimetres. 4 pieces of paper, 6 centimetres by 7 centimetres, and scissors, ruler, pencil, glue, a coaster of some sort or a plate or something to stand your light on, and lastly an LED light. Now in Whitchurch I've found them in different shops, in packs of 4 with yellow lights or 2 with white lights. I like the white lights best, but both work well. So let's make a start. With your big piece of card, you need to get your ruler and pencil and draw lines on it at 7 centimetres, 14, 21 and 28. And that leaves you a little bit at the end, which will fold round to hold it together. And you need to get your ruler and pencil, or perhaps even the edge of scissors, and score down those lines so that they will crease easily. And then you can fold them round to make a box, and that little bit will be where it closes. Okay? And we're doing this bit to make a frame, because when we do the bits that are going to let the light in, they're just paper, they're not very strong. So the framework will hold it together. So when you've done that, you take your small piece of card, line it up, hold mine the other way up. So it's right at the top of your card with an equal space either side to your first fold. Okay? Draw around that and then cut it out, and do the same for the other 3 sections. Now, I won't do that now, but I'll show you the one I've made ready. There's mine with all those pieces cut out. So I've got a wideish band at the bottom and it's open at the top. Okay? We're not going to join it up yet because it's easier to put your pieces in place. So put that to one side and take one of your pieces of paper, and you need to fold that in half, then in half the other way. You've got a small piece of paper. Now here's the important bit. 2 of your sides will be folded, the other 2 will be open. We're going to make some cuts into the folded side. It's up to you how many. Not very big, so you're probably 3 at the most on each side. Do not cut into the open edges. So I'm going to snip across the 2 folded edges first, just to show you. If I open that out, I've got that little hole in the middle, but I'll have some more now. So I'm going to snip a triangle shape and another one. Not going too close to the sides, so we've got to leave some space for glue. So I've done that on the longer edge, and I'm just going to do 1 cut on the shorter edge. And I'll open that out to show you. Okay, that's one side of your lantern. Now you could fill that up again and match it up exactly for the others, or you can cut each one separately. It's up to you. I've already got 4 cut that I did before, which I did do all the same. So these are my pieces of paper, 1 for each side, okay? And we'll glue those on now. Wet glue I think is best, but you could use double-sided tape. And you will need to put glue on the 2 long sides near the edge and 1 short side. I'm just going to put mine down to do that. Tiny dabs of glue, I don't need a lot. I've got my dabs of glue on, and I'm going to line that up across that gap. So the top's going to match the top here. They'll be overlapping the sides, so the frame will hold it in place. Press it down firmly And it will need a minute or two to stick. There's one side done, okay? I'm going to very quickly do the other three. It'll take a bit more time. But there's my 4 sides. I've got my little overlapping piece. I'm going to put glue on the outside of that. And then attach that to the beginning bit. I have to crease all the edges really well. We've got our lantern shape. One of mine needs a bit more glue. Put the tea light inside, and there it is. Okay. I'll try and move my hand so you can see it better. Now what would be lovely to do is every day in December is to have perhaps half an hour where you switch that light on, put it in a window. Maybe it might be a time when you pray about somebody you know, something you're worried about, or just about Christmas time and things you're hoping might happen. So throughout the time we call Advent, when we get ready for Jesus coming, we can light our lights in the window. I do hope you'll have a go at that, and thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely, lovely Christmas. I hope it won't be too long till we see you all. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a really clever trick to do with light going through the water. All you need is a piece of paper, a pen and a glass of water. Now, on my piece of paper here, I've drawn an arrow pointing that way and I've written my name, but I've written it backwards. But watch what happens when the light goes through the water. Can you see that? The arrow has turned the other way and my name is now the right way as well. Can you see that? Perhaps you could have a go. You could draw some different shapes, or you could try and write your name or other words backwards and see how you get on.
Hello everyone. Hope you enjoyed making our gazpacho soup from the last Messy Church. This time, because we're drawing near to Christmas, we thought we'd make some biscuits and different Christmas shapes, and it'll be like a stained glass window effect, hopefully. So hope you enjoy making them, and if you do them, perhaps you could send some photographs in that we could either put in the magazine or on our next Messy Church video or something like that. Anyway, I'd like to wish you all a very happy Christmas. Take care. Bye.
Megan and I are going to show you how to make stained glass biscuits. They're the perfect thing to do with children and ideal to give as little gifts to family and friends or to hang on your Christmas tree. So all you need to do is make the dough, and the recipe is on the website. So you just roll the dough out on a lightly floured surface.
Is that thick enough?
It should be like the thickness of a £1 coin. I think that's perfect. I think you can start cutting out now. Choose a cutter.
I'm going to use the star one. So what do I do after I've printed it?
Okay, so you push it down into the dough like that, and then you pull the cutter out. That's right. And then this is a palette knife. You might want to just go underneath the dough, like so. Oh, you're a natural. And you put that onto a lined baking sheet. So then what you want to do is take a straw, and we're going to make a little hole in the top of each little cutout there. Now, if it's the bell, you want to make sure you do it in the top of the bell.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect. So we're going to put a ribbon through that so that you can hang that on a Christmas tree or in a window. And then what you want to do is use this little cutter and cut the middle section out.
Like that?
Yeah, that's perfect. Brilliant. And then let me take the centre out of there for you. And then do the same again with those other two. So then we're going to fill them with boiled sweets. What we've done is put these between 2 pieces of baking paper, and then we've just hit it with a rolling pin or a hard implement, and then we're going to put them in the centre. So just grab a handful and put them in
How
there.
much should I use?
So use quite a lot so it's piled in there, because when they heat up, they all dissolve into the biscuit itself and the biscuit comes up around them. That is perfect. Then you just pop those into a 180-degree fan oven for 10 to 12 minutes until they're lovely and golden brown. But don't pick them up until they're cool, because they've got that hot sugar in them and they'll look like this. We're just going to clear down and then we'll show you how to finish them off in a minute. So we're just going to decorate these biscuits now. So you see this little hole? We're going to pop a little bit of ribbon through there. So I'm just going to get a
Hey,
lamp.
can you see me?
Oh yeah, can you see me?
Yeah!
Okay, what you want to do is take the ribbon and pass it through.
How do I tie the knot?
Okay, so you bring it up to the same level, and then what you do is wrap it around your finger, and then you pull the ribbon through. Can you see the other ribbon? There you
Yeah.
go. Pull it up. Okay,
We did it.
perfect. And then you can hang that on anything like a branch or a Christmas tree. Then we're going to make a present. So we've just got a bit of cellophane here. Move that to one side, pull that into the middle. So we'll just put those into the middle like that. And we'll just make a gift, maybe for your teacher for Christmas.
Yeah. All my friends.
Then what we do is gather up the corners, like so. And then we're going to grab round the bottom and twist. And if you can hold it just in the middle there. And then we get another length of ribbon. We'll just go for green this time. So if you hold that still, that's great. It takes two people to do this. And then we'll just tie it into a pretty bow at the front. And there you go.
I love Christmas lights. There's just something about them, isn't there? The way that they twinkle and they sparkle. And over the coming couple of weeks, I'm so looking forward to seeing Christmas lights absolutely everywhere. I'm looking forward to seeing them in the town and in everybody's windows. But what do Christmas lights have to do with the story of Christmas? Well, in John's Gospel, Jesus says, I am the light of the world. He says, I am the light of the world. And what he means by that is that in darkness, when we see a light, we know the way to go. Light shows us the way to go. And Jesus shows us the way to live, shows us how to be a friend of God and how to follow his plans and his purpose for our life. But you know, sometimes we get that wrong and we end up in a bit of a tangle, like these Christmas lights have ended up in a little bit of a tangle. And it just seems so tricky to get out of that. When we get it wrong, when we don't go the right way, when we do the wrong thing, we end up in such a mess and we don't quite know what to do next. But the great thing is that not only does Jesus, the light of the world, show us the way, he also helps us out of that mess to be free and untangled and back as if we're brand new through his death and his resurrection and his forgiveness for each of us. So over the coming few weeks, as you see Christmas lights and as they bring you such joy, perhaps remember Jesus, light of the world, came to show us how to live like a light shows the way, and came to bring us joy and forgiveness and that chance to be brand new again through asking his forgiveness and following his ways from here on. And that, I think, is the joy of Christmas. We're really looking forward to Christmas across Falls, Tilstock and in Whitchurch. And there's lots of different things that you can be involved in. You could come along to our Christingle service on the 6th of December at St Alkmund's. You could show us your crib, send us a picture through our Facebook page or to the email address and the details that are on there. Or you could come on Christmas Eve and see our crib. Our church will be open between 10 and 4 on Christmas Eve. Or you could come and see the crib being put together on the 20th in the morning at 10 o'clock. Or you could come across to Tilstock on Christmas Eve, where we're going to have a children's carol service with the story of Christmas told in a new way. So you'd be more than welcome to come along to any of those things. And from all of us at St Alkmund's Messy Church and Falls Tilstock Whitchurch Messy Church team, we hope you have a really merry and good Christmas. Bye for now.